ready to fight, standing tall, doing what's right, shining truth like a firelight. Daddy's wisdom running deep taught me promises I gotta keep, breaking chains, leaving pain behind, calling out the crooked kind. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies, no more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin, spawn trooper rides again. Ain't no fear when I'm around, justice stands on solid ground. One last chance to make it right, or face the reckoning tonight. In the dark where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell, standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies, no more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin, spawn trooper rides again. Dark where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell, standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies, no more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin, spawn trooper rides again.
Warning: the following video contains strong language, which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only. Thank you for your attention. Well, good morning, everybody. You better sit down, sit back, and also just a fair warning. If comments start getting out of control, I am going to close down chat, because what I have got to say today, I'm putting this shit to bed. Enough's enough. You know, I've put up with this crap for long enough. I've kept my mouth shut. I've concentrated on other things, and I've had my opinion. However, obviously some people don't know when to stop. So, the only choice I have is to take it, put it out in public, and dissect it. So before we start, I want you to listen to a song that's been made for me, which I really do appreciate. 1 second, let me see if I can find it. And obviously, this is just to keep my humor in check. So this is this was created by, how can I put this? This was created by JKZ, and he made 3 different versions, and this is all because of you guys. So let's get the fun part out of the way, and then we'll go into the nitty gritty. And as you've probably already noticed by the description, it is about Mike Arthur. So sit back, hold on tight, buckle up, put your helmet on, because this ride is going to be. I've had people say, "Look, just move on, leave it alone," and I've done that. Well, I've tried to anyway. And obviously, some people don't want to learn. Some have moved on and done their thing, but other people haven't. And there's always people who will jump on the bandwagon. Now, playing the victim all the time, right? You have now just put yourself in a position. All right. Well, he has put himself in a position now where he can't dig himself out of this one, because I've basically caught him in a lie. And not just that. I'm going to read out the description after this tune. So enjoy the tune, because it's going to be the only nice thing that's going to happen on this stream today. And try not to antagonize or poke, because I have got 0 fucking patience right now.
Spawn trooper, he don't beat round the bush, man. What he do and he mean what he say, man. Laid back boots in a hillside breeze, sipping Dr. Pepper with his dragon at ease. Loofah, loofah, he like many gifts of the loofah. Loofah, loofah, leaves him hanging in his barracks like a banner. He scrubs truth into the skin of the land with a daffodil smile and a calloused hand. Don't mess with the Englishman, I mean the Irishman. Wait, the Scottish man. Oh shit, I mean the Welsh man. He'll give you a stare and a proverb too, then vanish on a mountain like the mist do. He don't need no war, no heavy command, just a melody line and a sponge in hand. When Babylon's stress tries to ruin his calm, he just hums and he scrubs like a loofah bomb. Loofah, loofah, he's the hillside soother. Trooper, trooper, the Celtic mover. He sings what he means and he means what he says. Spawn trooper got the grime of the world washed away. Spawn trooper, he don't beat round, he just be round. Loofah man, loofah man, loofah man, cleaning the vibe of the whole damn line.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Right, okay. Before I actually get into this, I'm going to say one thing now. Anything I am about to say is of my own opinion, of my own observations. Everything that I do say is from me. Okay, there's no attack, there's nothing. It is basically facts. Now, before I do go into it, I'm going to read you something that I wrote quite a while back. All right, because this is how I was dealing with the bullshit that was coming from Mike Arthur. Now, I'm going to read this out, and then I'm going to read. Actual fact, you know what? Excuse me. I'm going to read out my description, and then I'm going to read out what I wrote a while back. Okay, so you get a gist, and then we're going to go into the nitty gritty, and then I'm going to tell you of my own opinion, my own observations. Now, I have gave everybody the opportunity to leave me the fuck alone. I've done it to them. I've left them alone. I've moved on. I have my opinion. I have my insight on everything. Okay. Now, yes, I mentioned Mike the other day, right? Because at the end of the day, he is using me for content. However, I was then informed to go and check out a link. So I checked it, and it was timestamped. So basically, it wasn't the whole stream. It was a timestamp, and I went to 29 minutes and 30 seconds. And lo and behold, yeah, a couple of days before that, right, the attempt to gain my personal information, right, is trying to entice. Okay, but that's nothing compared to what you're going to hear today. Right, that is fucking innocent compared to what you're going to hear today. The description that I've put on. Welcome to the Wolf's Den. Today is going to be an enlightening one. And let me make this crystal clear. This is the first and last time I will be addressing this topic. So please pay close attention, as this is where we separate fact from fiction. I've tried to ignore it, even found some of the behavior mildly entertaining, albeit questionable. But on the other hand, things are beginning to make more sense since I've had the misfortune of knowing Mike Arthur. This stream is all about facts. And once it's done, it is what it is. I don't give a crap what anyone else thinks after this. Don't try this fucking emotional blackmail. Oh, stop that. At the end of the fucking day, when you allow someone to lie through their fucking teeth on their platform and make money out of it, and they think it's okay, and then you got other people fucking, giving him this and giving him that and everything else, fair use and all that shit, saying that I don't know about fair use and copyright. Mike, shut the fuck up, because today is your day. Enough's enough. Enough is enough. I don't even want to know you. I don't want to even know that you exist. However, you want the content. Today, you're getting that fucking content, but I don't think you're going to like it. So, let's lay out the situation. Over the past few weeks, Mike has repeatedly brought me up, attempting to gain personal information while provoking a response, despite my earlier statement that I've moved on. He continuously fabricates lies, many of which I've already disproven, though some people still seem to have a rather narrow grasp of reality. It's baffling how he seems immune to accountability. Yes, I check his videos after being informed about what's being said, and I do that every time. Someone says, oh, Mike said this about you. Okay, I'll go and have a look. Oh, that pocket, entertaining, bullshit, rocking back and forth, blah, 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 blah. Anyway. But this time it's different, as his actions now have crossed yet another line. Here are the cold and hard facts. Mike's Content Copyright Act. If Mike doesn't watch my content, how is he managing to spend time editing, copying, and reworking my material for his own streams? This is clearly an attempt to antagonize and create tension. It's not the first time either. Examples include the 16th of February 2025, April the 29th 2025 at 29 minutes and 30 seconds, April the 26th 2025 entire video. Fabrication, lies, and contradictions. Mike has a history of outright lying about facts and contradicts his narrative. For example, he claimed I wasn't part of a stream when CPS was contacted, or when Bruce appeared August 20th, 2024 for reference. That I was not in his stream. I was. And the only reason he put that up is because I twisted the truth about his enlistment and his service. And look what happened. However, now you can see the difference between him telling the truth and him lying. All right? You'd have to be really, really good to actually distinguish both, because he's fucking good at it. Was contacted when Bruce Matskin appeared. Yeah, but there is no excuse for this deception. Oh, sorry. Mike is as truthful as he likes to claim. Let's let him explain this. There's no excuse for this deception. Victimhood routine. When caught in a lie or called out for his behavior, Mike shifts into the victim mode. He is tried and true tactic for him. But in this case, he's made errors, whether willingly or unwittingly, that revealed more than he intended. A bigger picture. Mike fancies himself as the big bad wolf of YouTube. But trust me, I've seen bigger and far more influential figures here. Despite being on multiple platforms, Mike seems to have lost sight of what he originally set them up for. As a veteran myself, I admired his initial mission to support other veterans who needed it. Sadly, he has failed that mission, and he alone is responsible for that failure. Having reviewed the timestamps listed above, I'm amazed at the effect I seem to have on Mike. Let's be clear. I can say what I like, as long as it's fact-based. But to see him so desperate to gain my personal information is both revealing and concerning. Why does he insist on making statements about me being afraid to monetize? I've explained repeatedly that I won't monetize until the court case is done. This is the narrative, his narrative, yet this narrative persists. Sorry. Mike's pattern is painfully obvious, turning simple comments into drama and playing the victim while simultaneously trying to act like the hero. A leopard doesn't change its spots, but it does change its tactics. Final thought. Today's stream will be the last time I address this topic. I am bored of it. I'm frankly concerned that Mike needs professional help. Even some of the people who side with him seem worried about the path he is heading down. So basically, join me today. Now, I am not looking at chat right now. And moderators, if you are here, anyone steps out of line, fucking yeet them. 10 minutes, minimum. 10 minutes, yeet. Now, this is what I wrote a while back. The Saga of Deception, a story of sarcasm, skepticism, and skeletons. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and those just here for the popcorn. Today, we're not exactly opening Pandora's box, but we are about to slam the lid shut on the particular tale of misdirection, manipulation, and sheer audacity of one Mike T. Arthur. Buckle up, because this ride comes with facts, sarcasm, and a healthy dose of humor. Now, let me preface this by stating that everything I write here is my personal view and insight into the curious mind of someone who seems convinced that being called out on lies and deception equates to hating or threatening them. Yes, it's a fascinating delusion armed with big legal-sounding words. Mike attempts to intimidate while conveniently forgetting to clean up the skeletons rattling around in his own closet that, like messy divorce, he's been trying to sweep under the rug for years. Oh, but don't worry, we can see all the dust. The tale begins. Our protagonist, if you can call him that, has once again made some interesting accusations via his YouTube platform. A platform, by the way, littered with 32 videos in a series titled Harassment and Corruption. Because if you're going to play the victim, you might as well call it go all in. The series dates back to 2019, but as of 2023, it's made a glorious return, filled with claims of threats, conspiracies, and other persistent narratives that it's always someone else's fault. Mike, buddy, ever thought about switching up the script? Seriously, mate. What's fascinating in his apparent obsession with gathering personal information? Why, you ask? To intimidate? To prove a point? Who knows? But we do have evidence that Mike's been using others to spread his narrative because, you see, directly doing so would land him in some legal trouble. Plausible deniability? Who knows? It's not just for the movies anymore. The questionable chronicles. Let's dive into some curious points, shall we? Mike can't seem to remember that he had a breakfast yesterday, yet he conveniently forgets I was present in the stream that I've already covered, when he called CPS hosted Bruce Matskin. Strange, right? Go and check the records. Otter Creek breaking news, August 20th, 2024. He thrives on accusing others of making threats, usually twisting words out of context to fit his narrative. It's almost an art form at this point. And the fact that he actually brags that he's making money out of it, that's just fucking despicable. I mean, like, if I take the crampons and him, I mean, you're both nearly the fucking same. He calls people out in his videos, but the gathering issue is this. His own behavior is the root cause of his problems. Shocking, I know. Speaking of accusations, where's the evidence, Mike? Uncle Frank Burial Site. I mean, you accused me, you dragged me into it, you fucking made accusations that I was attacking a veteran who passed away. And then you sit on a shore and you make a threat to anyone that you've got all the fucking proof. Well, newsflash, sunshine. I've got screenshots where your little buddy, Yoda, made fucking mistakes. He actually told me in a fucking DM where the funeral chamber or the funeral place was and where he was going to get buried and everything else, including the Veterans fucking Association as well, the VFW or whatever it's called. So you want to play a game, motherfucker? Let's play a game. You had every opportunity to just turn around, walk away, do your business, and do something constructive with your platform. But all you've done is sit on your platform, all right, and try to antagonize and press a button. But you fucking poked the wrong fucking bear, sunshine. This is me, my personal opinion. And the people who believe you are either naive, stupid, or both. Or they are blind. The fact that you get two other people to spread the video that you showed me and others in full about a very, very, very interesting setup. Tell me, Mike, why was it that you parked your car in such a position that you could actually film everything? Why was it that you always had your back to the camera? Why was it that no one could hear what was being said? Why was it that on the multiple occasions you turned around and looked at the camera just to make sure it was fucking recording? Huh? But that's none of my business. That is your problem, not mine. I don't care about that. That's none of my business. I'm not going to get involved in that. But I just thought I'd mention that. Because I think people are seeing the wrong narrative because of the way you're twisting it. Now, at the end of the day, what happens between you and your former partner, right, has you affected? Because the thing is, it's been going on for fucking 6+ years. Especially when you get stopped at a checkpoint trying to get into a base. Now, I don't know about American base law or, the SOPs in regards of using an IRR ID card to try a military ID card to try and get into a base where you work in a civilian employment. But hey, who am I to question that? I don't know. I don't live over there. I'm not employed over there. I'm not an American, so I don't know. I mean, I've already been attacked on my being a Brit. In fact, I'm fucking Welsh and I'm proud of it. But anyway, we digress. Speaking of accusations, I'm going to repeat this one again. Speaking of accusations, where's the evidence, Mike? May he rest in peace. Uncle Frank's burial site, funeral photos, other relatives, or is it all elaborate ghost story? Where are the pictures of his funeral? If it was a Native American funeral or if it was a non-Native American funeral, where are the pictures? Where are all the cards and everything else of the funeral? Because I happen to know a few Native Americans and they tell me a complete different story. But no, you sit on your platform and you go on and on and on and on and on. And What's with the whole Native American claim with no supporting evidence? A DNA test might help. Just saying. Final question for the Grandmaster of Deflection. Why park your car suspiciously close to it? And I've already mentioned that. That's what I wrote a fucking while ago. That was to get it out of my system. That was to get that shit out of my system. Because to be honest with you, mate, you're not worth, seriously, you're not worth anything. In fact, you are an embarrassment to the creed, to the uniform, and to anyone who you represent with your behavior. You want a reaction, now you're getting a reaction. And this is the only time you're going to get a reaction. So therefore, I'm going to pile it up, motherfucker, and you're not going to like what I'm going to be saying. For example, what about the personal information from Bruce Matskin that you sent? What about the personal information about Max Lab, that poor lad? Where's he? Dropped him like a hot spud, didn't you? Just like Daniel, same thing. That poor guy had fucking paint chips in his stream, and there was one mod. Where were you there? Where was your little crew then to fucking support and protect him from that idiot? Where was he? Where were you? Nowhere to be seen. But you fucking jumped on his platform and start spreading this shit. And hadn't I contacted Missy Lady and Linda at the time when all that shit was being said, you would have convinced other people with your bullshit. But luckily, I got there in time. And luckily, all right, you messed with the wrong woman. You don't fuck with the jocks, because a jock will come and rip you apart in midair and put you back together again with little fucking glue, and they will tell you how it is. And this is not your fault, Mike. No, I'm not blaming you. I'm talking about the crowd you have surrounding you, your little minions, like Jen Fonda, for example, or Susan, what was it, I7B, whatever, former Marine, Sympathy, Hooyah, right? Or other fucking people who you send to harass and everything else. Not one person from the community who come into my stream and who sit here and we interact day in, day out when I'm live. Not one of them, from what I have seen, has done what you people do. Not one. But that's okay for you. However, you are fucked up big time. Now, let's have a look at let's have a look at some truth, shall we? Now, you sit on your platform and you sit there and go, well, I didn't say anything. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. All right. This here is the message that I wrote. And I'm going to read it out to you. And this is after I was informed about you fucking flapping your gums about me yet again. Only 3 days after you tried to, that I don't have the guts to strike you. Why should I strike you? Right? If you take my content and try to make content out of it, it means that really you don't have content. And the fact that you are neglecting exactly for the fucking reason you have created that platform, that you used to do stuff every time you were live about different things, about the VA and different stuff. You don't do that anymore. You're a naughty dog. And then you try to kiss fucking Jeremy Hales' ass with your little short because he was on your stream. And you think that you're invincible now. But you yourself have put your dirty washing out to the public, and it's your own fault. My comment yesterday, and I'm going to read this out to you. Mike, it's generally sad to see you struggle like this. I get it. Your ego just won't let you rest, will it? But if your idea of content is taking other people's streams and using them as your own, then congratulations. You're no better than the crampons. Here's a suggestion you might want to consider. Or not. Who knows? Why not focus on what your channel was originally meant for? Supporting veterans. Isn't that the whole reason you started your channel and the 501c3 group in the first place? It's also painfully obvious that you are using others to spread dirt about your marriage or a saga that's been dragging on for over 6 years, just stop. Revert back to what you were doing before I had the unfortunate experience of crossing your paths with you. But enjoyed the challenge. And I'll be honest with you, there were times I really enjoyed your company. There were times where I sat there and we had a fucking ball. We even played a game together. So there's not all hate, Mike. It's not all hate. I just don't like you because you're a fucking liar. And that you twist the truth. That you make shit up. And there are people out there who are stupid enough to believe you. I fucking don't care what you do in your life. That is entirely your business. But stop playing the victim. It's tired, it's transparent, and frankly, it's not working. Move on. If I want to talk about anything, I'll do it in my own time. You're the one who seems incapable of letting it go. And frankly, growing up. I've got more important things to do than waste my energy on someone who's supposed to be a pillar of the community and instead it comes across as a Karen on a rampage. So move on. No one cares, Mike. I certainly don't. Have a good day, Mike, or don't. Either way, I'm done. Cheers. That was my message. It wasn't meant in a negative way. It wasn't meant in a derogatory way. It was me telling you, leave me the fuck alone in the most politest way I can. Satiric, humorous, and a little bit sarcastic. You should know me by now. But you couldn't do that, can you? No, you couldn't. Because it's too fucking much to ask. Now, I know for a fact there's people who, I can tell you 2 people right off the fucking dot who come into my stream, and when they come into my stream, they hit the thumbs down. I don't care about the thumbs down. I don't care about the thumbs up. I care about the likes. Right? I do care about the likes because I like to know, right, what people think. And this is why I don't have comments on my live streams, because if you've got something to fucking say, hit that subscribe, come in, say what you want to say, and if it's constructive, we'll discuss it. But you couldn't do that, could you, Mike? No. You see, this is where this is where you made a mistake. And you are a chud, Mike. That is a polite way of saying you are a shithead. All right, because chud stands for chemical humanoid underground dweller. That's where turds go. They go underground. Right? Now, I don't care what possibly goes wrong. I don't care about your opinion about me. What you should care about is the opinion from everyone about what you do, your actions. Right? If I want to talk about you, I want to talk about the crampons, I want to talk about Jeremy House, I am discussing it from my own personal perspective, but obviously you don't get it. And you say I don't comprehend the copyright and fair use. Actual fact, I do. But then again, you know, it must be an American thing with you, right? You think you're superior. You're not, Mike. In fact, all right, I am concerned that you either are you're either not taking your medication or you definitely need some professional help, because you have got worse and worse and worse over the last couple of months. I've been listening. I've been hearing people, what they've been saying and everything else. I don't care about your streams. I don't go to your streams unless someone says, hey, he said something about you. I go there, I check it out, I laugh, and I leave. That's how simple it is, because you are irrelevant in my world. I don't care what you say. And in fact, I've had other fucking people who have got nothing to do with this, who are sat in my living room and they've actually paid attention and seen what's going on. And they actually feel sorry for you. Fuck knows why. And one of them's a fucking Englishman. And I don't even understand why. But then again, he's English. So that's probably one of the reasons. Anyway, that's beside the point. The fact of the matter is, you've been caught out in a yet another lie. And you're not going to like this, Mike. Because sometimes the truth, here, I was sent these screenshots, and obviously I've edited them, so I am not breaking any community rules or anything else. Yes, but I've left your first name. Okay? Right? Because that is your first name. Right? Now, and the fact that you've dropped my name multiple times, I think we're even on that one, aren't we? Yes, we are. Now, here you say he badly needs my attention. No, in fact, I think it's the other way around. Okay, I have discussed you with multiple people on multiple occasions, because the thing is, even though I can't stand the fucking space you use, right? I do care because you're a fucking brother in arms. I do. I don't know why. There is a part of me that cares about you. Right? I don't know, and fucking don't ask me why, because I can't give you the answer. Right? And there were situations that I witnessed with you, and I supported you. Right? I supported you, but that's stopped. That's because I'm now going to prove how hypocritical you are, and how much of a hypocrite you are. Now, you keep on saying I need a therapist. Right, let me ask you a question. Are you qualified to diagnose anybody? No, you're not. Have you got any training? Whereas I have got operational stress awareness training. I am also a counselor. And I've done fucking over 10 years as a BCDT instructor. Whilst and when I served. So, and at the moment, I'm going through another course which is called Mental Health Emergency Mental Health. Right, and a couple of other things, right, that I'm not going to mention because that's my personal stuff. Now, who gives you the right to turn around and say anyone? In fact, I think you should take a long look in the mirror, Mike. You're rocking back and forth. You're continuous. Obviously, your mouth must be getting really dry. Now, at the end of the day, your health is none of my business. Your psychological or your physical health is none of my business. But for you to sit there and go, you need to get this, you need to get that. Well, Mike, you fucked up. Right? You need to grow. You need to grow up. You definitely need to grow up. And I'm done with this shit. I am fucking done with this shit. Right? Because at the end of the day, right, since fucking Christmas, when your little sidekick caused all the problems, dragged Max Lab into it, you lied and lied and lied through your fucking teeth. Then you have the audacity to go members only and show DMs. Right? Because at the end of the day, you probably showed them DMs where you had control. Now, a part of me right now just wants to open up those fucking DMs and let everyone read everything. I'll just scroll. But I have respect for privacy, right? Whereas you don't. Some of the DMs that I've shown is to prove what type of person you are and the lies you speak. Now, the fact that I twisted the truth, yes, you said, oh, you're a fucking liar, you lied about my service. Yeah, but obviously, because you're so narrow-minded and so fucking stupid, you don't realize that I was fucking deliberately doing that to prove that you can tell the truth when you need to. The fact that that came straight after you accusing me that I was lying, that I was never in a stream, and I've proved you wrong. Meaning you fucking lied. I don't care about what your opinion is about me. I don't care what anyone else's opinion is about me. The fact of the matter here, Mike, is about lie and truth. The truth and lie. You are trying so hard to get my personal information. Why? What are you going to do with it? Going to be a typical American trying to sue me for freedom of speech and freedom of expression? Just like you have freedom of expression over there. This is why I don't say anything about what you say or what anyone else says. Because at the end of the day, you've got the freedom of speech over there. And you all play this big fucking, you wave all these fucking flags and everything else about your freedom of speech. Yeah. But your freedom of speech today or yesterday or whenever, when did I get the screenshots? Yesterday. Right, yesterday, okay, you, sir, are a fucking moron. And I'm going to prove it. And even there was a person who doesn't like me for, I swear to God, that person hates me with, it's like a new freaking hobby. The room, I swear to God, it is like a fucking new hobby. This person hates me. However, the person who likes the sound of his own voice was over there giving you a little bit of like, you know, tapping your bum there, you know, a little arse cheek tapping. Yeah, good boy. There you go, good boy. And then there's another person, and on the opposite side, who fucking hates me, like if it was a new hobby. Well, let's find out what they said then. You say you don't go to my channel. That's a lie. And you know what? The person who spoke to you there, okay, I've got a lot of respect for that person, and I respected that. But there was something you fucking said that I'm not going to let drop. And the fact that you say, I don't go into his channel, but again, I'm not going into his stuff and posting. Well, you remember that day when you came into my stream and I yeeted you out? Yeah. You remember that? You remember that time? And you remember that time when you sat on your stream that you sat outside and listened? You remember all the times? Like, Mike, who are you trying to fool? Are you trying to convince yourself that everything you do is right and you just lie about it? I mean, come on, mate. I mean, look, you can sit. In fact, you can come into my stream, but you'll be timed out because at the end of the day, I don't want you in my stream. You are a negative influence. And the thing is, and unfortunately, you are part of the minority of Americans that I have come across who don't deserve the credibility, because you're making everyone else look bad. And that's why I am a type of person that I can distinguish and separate the minority from the majority. And I am glad that I can do that. But you struggle to do that. Now, there's a lot of hypocrites who I used to speak to when I used to hang around with you, who I have stopped talking to because the hypocrisy. Is that my choice? Yes, it is. Will I continue to do so? I will. I am social. I am a very social person. I will talk to people who I hate. And I speak to many people who speak to you, people who, oh yeah, Dr. Pepper, yeah. Oh yeah. Fucking. Now, the reason I put my comment up, I went to when I was sent that information about what you were saying, I put that comment up to send you a signal saying, hey, stop, just stop. Grow up, stop, move on. But you taking it totally out of context. There's nothing negative there. There's nothing bad there. It's just me being sarcastic, and you should know that by now. But the fact that I've had you blocked fucking before Christmas, actually. I've had you blocked. I've had everyone associated to you blocked. Right? Even on YouTube, I've got you blocked. Because I don't want to be associated. I don't want to even see you. I don't want to even fucking know that people are typing. All right? And the reason I do that is because if I don't see what you're saying, you don't see what I'm saying, everything's fine. All right? However, here's your problem. You just can't stop. Because you want to make money. And I think that you're struggling with content. To be perfectly honest with you, I really do think you're struggling with content. Now, if you were to revert back to what you did from the get-go when I first knew you, right, and you actually done something constructive, like you could have fucking helped Eric out. You could have fucking helped Eric, but you didn't do that, did you? Guilty by association. You fucking dropped him like a fucking grenade without a pin. So quick. Never seen anyone do that before. But let me tell you something, Mike. The whole fucking community. There's people who come into my chat, who go into your chat and everyone else's chat. And you know what? I don't hold that against them because they've got every right to go where they like. But the community, especially Snowflower, the community fucking helped him in 2 to 3 weeks where you didn't do fuck all for over a year because it's all about your ego. It's all about you. Prove me wrong. Because you can't. Because you know I'm right. Even though I've got the permission to use the fucking communication between you and him, I'm not going to use them. But you know why? Because I'm not an asshole. I'm not you. I don't need to thrive on other people's negativity. The fact that you spent months and months and months posting a picture with a crampon and that child in that picture, and you fucking loved it because that's what you do. You're an antagonist. You are a provocateur. You like the attention. But no one fucking listens. Everyone is blind to your bullshit. But you wanted this reaction. You're going to get this reaction. And welcome to your fucking hell. Because this is what you wanted. Oh, he's threatening me again. Oh, he's threatening me again. Oh, he's done that. Grow the fuck up. Do you know what? You're like a fucking 19-year-old female in a fucking tampon factory. Seriously. Grow the fuck up. Now, as you can see, you don't go to my channel. That's a lie. You don't go into my stuff. That's a fucking lie. But this one is even better. Now, this individual here fucking hates me. Doesn't like me at all. And Mike, and this is where you fucked up. This is where you are caught in your own bullshit. This is where you have made the fuck. And this here, anyone with any type of common sense will look at that comment and go, oh, okay, point made, right? Because here you say, this individual, your head, I must be affecting you, because the thing is, you haven't put it to bed, you haven't moved on. I fucking hit a nerve, and I know I've hit a nerve, and I don't give a fuck if I did or not. But Mike, you sat in your own chat, on your own platform, on your own post, and you said, is that why he's making comments on my videos? I've made comments probably, I think it's about 2 or 3 of your videos, but that was before Christmas or just after Christmas. I don't know. I can't remember. I don't really give a shit anyway. But this comment, that is one comment. One comment. I didn't even go back because I'm not interested in what you have to respond. However, I have been sent. I did get sent the screenshots and I edited them. So make sure that there's privacy and everything. As you can see, I've redacted, but I made sure that your first name, Mike, because we are on first name basis, aren't we, darling? Right? Is the fact that you sit there and is that I did not bring him up. You are a fucking idiot. I can't say the R word because at the end of the day, that's not a nice word. But you're a reprobate. You are an absolute reprobate, mate. Do you know what? The best part of you ran down your fucking mum's leg. Do you know why? Because if you did not bring me up, then tell me what you did on the 16th of fucking February and the other day. So if you're not bringing me up, if you're not talking about me, oh wait, there must be an intruder. I must have a clone. Are we talking about my clone now? Okay, so if you're not talking about me and you never bring me up, why is it that out of everything that I've done, like fucking what, a 5-minute research, 16th of February 2025, 29th of April 2025, 26th of April 2025, and if we go even further back, there's actually 3 of them. There's 3 videos, live streams right after each other. Okay, and then last year, on the 3rd and 17th, 2025, people come into your stream and they mention my name and it fucking triggers you. So here you are on this screenshot going, oh, did I bring him up? And you know what? That person who doesn't like me, right? We'll name him John. you know, but John, first letter J, O-A-H-N, yeah. All right, or shall we just call him O? No, all right. He doesn't like me. Me and him bounce off each other. Like, he's probably got me blocked anyway. But the fact of the matter is that you sit here on your own fucking post and shoot yourself in the foot yet again caught in your lie, yet again caught in your own bullshit. And this is just a small part of what you've done and what you said. You're playing the victim. With some people, it's actually quite disgusting, actually, how you behave. The fact of the matter is that you actually sit there and lie through your fucking teeth. And there are people who have got the lower IQ than a fucking pond life, right, will actually believe what you've got to say. And ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize for my vulgarity. I do apologize, but that's me being a man, right? You cannot, or you never can ever play the victim anymore. The fact that you dragged me into this issue you had with Raz. Now I've seen a lot of proof that buries you, Mike. It buries you in your fucking twisted lies. This is now the third time I've caught you in a lie publicly. I don't need your attention. I don't want your attention. Hell, I don't even want to know who you are. You are a disgrace to the uniform and to the creed. I have met a lot of Marines, American Marines. I've met a lot of American paratroopers, infantry, Navy, everything else. You've attacked people who I spend my time with. You make false accusations without any fucking proof. You make it big and good. Oh, I got this, I got that, I got this. But when you get asked to show the fucking evidence, you go, I don't need to show it. Do you know why you don't need to show it? Because you don't fucking have it. That's your problem. And you think you bring Jeremy Hales onto your stream? You think you've got this fucking golden umbrella protecting you? History tells stories, Mike. All you have to do is go into the fucking fake What the Hales group and go through all the pictures. Go through every single picture and see all your comments and your pictures and everything you've posted. The antagonizing, pressing buttons, being facetious, sarcastic, belittling, rude, disrespectful. And then you laugh about it. And then you say, and you've actually said this on your platform, that you will monetize the hate. It's not hate. It's people responding to your bullshit. And then you milk it. And you milk it. And you milk it. And you milk it. And then you drag other people into your little world of deceit and bullshit. And then they start becoming fucking targets for other people. Where in reality, they shouldn't be getting fucking targeted by people. Because all they are doing is just being themselves. However, there are a couple of people who surround themselves with you who are no better or worse than you. And the funny part is, I actually do feel sorry for them because they don't realize what I know. I know what you're like behind the scenes, Mike. I know how you behave. All this facade you put on when you're live. That makes you and me 100% day and night. Do you know why? Because I am what I am. What you hear is what you hear. And if you can't handle the truth or the facts, then have a guess whose problem that is. Yours. No one else's. You sit there and you put this shit up and you think that you're clever. You're not clever. In fact, it's stupidity. It's childish. I don't even know how to fucking I can't even find the fucking words anymore, because at the end of the day, how can you try to fix stupid? You can't. How can you try to show someone that at the end of the day, I am not interested, and today is the last time you're going to hear this. If I want to fucking discuss about what shit that is going on and shit that you've caused is part of that, then I'm going to fucking talk about that, no matter if it's about you or not. If the crampons talk about shit that you've put up, like the picture with fucking Lisa and that child in the car, and you put it up and you think it's fucking funny, what about your own child? I mean, father to father. I'm a father. You're a father, Mike. Someone who doesn't like you many, many moons ago, when we were still talking, and I remember this like if it was yesterday, they put pictures up of you, your family, your little one, right? And I fucking said to you that night, I said, are you going to fucking let them do this? Fucking strike them. Why are you allowing this? I don't care. When you said that night, Mike, when you said, I don't care, that was the minute you lost every ounce of respect from me. And I just treated you like anyone else. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to my fucking child, or it comes to anyone else's child, I become very protective as a parent. And the fact that you allowed people to post your shit on public, and that also includes some information about some sort of court-martial and everything else, and you allowed that. But I don't see you going after them, because you know why? Because you don't know who it was, because it was anonymous. It could have been anybody. It could have been Max Lab, could have been you, could have been anybody. But I don't see you going after these individuals. But me, I'm definitely tap dancing. I'm definitely tap dancing freely in your head. And I don't know why. Because to be honest with you, I have no interest in any type of communication with you. You are a reprobate. You belong off the internet. You need to go and talk to fucking someone, deal with the fucking shit that you're dealing with over the last 6 years, because at the end of the day, it is affecting you. I am not to blame. No one else is to blame except you. And if you're going to allow people to put up shit anonymously and you don't strike them on Facebook, and the reason you don't is because you already know that it doesn't, that you're going to get that little message back. Sorry, it doesn't break the community guidelines, blah, 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 blah. True, innit? You know I'm right. But the fact that you'll sit on your own little platform, excuse me a second, just need to blow my nose. And I'm back. The fact that you sit on your platform and you sound like a fucking auditor, you sound like one of these conspiracists, right? Like everyone is against you. All people need to do is go onto your platform, go all the way back to the first fucking video and watch the decline in your fucking... I mean, it's like a fucking downward spiral. Slowly but surely, a downward spiral. I'm not here for that. I'm here for the whole case, the situation, everything that's going on. About the crampons getting away with fucking whatever they get, with everything they're getting away with. The fact that the whole fucking anti what the hell's ecosystem, it was an organized. The fact that like you don't even concentrate on that shit anymore. All you concentrate on is conspiracies and fucking this and fucking that and me. But I'm telling you right now that you say that I'm full of shit. Well, let me tell you something right now. Right? Unless I am a business and I have actually got fucking trademarked and copyright marked on my voice and stuff like that, because I mean there are some litigations. Yes, yeah. Like someone said in your on your little post that because I tell you one thing, some of these screenshots I want to show, but I'm not going to show because I'm going to deal with that person personally, privately. Okay. Now here's the thing: you say I don't know about copyright and fair use. It says it in the fucking Fair Use Act of, was it Section 10, Article 107? But anyway, it's beside the point. Now, when I said about my voice and my likeness, you should have known that my likeness is if I showed or I am on camera or if my picture has been taken. All right, because the thing is, yes, you can record it in public. However, if you try to commercially use it for commercial reasons or try to gain any type of financial monetization from it, you need to have the permission of the person in that picture. And offer them what do you call it? Per diems, if you are going to use it. Don't you think I don't do any research? Don't you think that I fucking cross my T's and dot my I's? Don't you think I have spent months and months and months reading through all the terms of guidelines and terms and everything else from YouTube, from Rumble and other fucking places? Do you seriously think that I don't? Public information, Michael. Public. But you don't get that. And I don't really give a shit if you get it or not. This is going to be the last time I am going to address you by your name. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you do. Because it seems that you are struggling to care about yourself. You are struggling to deal with your own psychological issues. You are struggling with personal shit that's going on in your life. That is not my problem. That is not anyone else's fucking problem except yours. No matter if two rights don't make a wrong and two wrongs don't make a right. If one person's wrong and the other person isn't, it doesn't fucking matter. At the end of the day, right, whatever your problem is in your life or in your private life or whatever that you've discussed with me, with others, is your problem, not mine. However, when you put it out into public and you use other fucking people and someone like me or someone that you have shown the whole unedited video, all you are doing is making it worse. Using other people. And the fact is the context of the whole fucking thing. It's like you like drama, like restaurant industry with your service dog. I don't care if it's a service dog, if it's not, I don't really care. But you had every opportunity. In every single situation, you had every opportunity. Hi, Joseph, how you doing? You had every opportunity to get up and walk away, to de-escalate any type of situation. You are your own worst enemy. Because at the end of the day, when you are in a conflict, and the conflict is not worth the fucking dime it's written on, or it's not worth the paper that the statement's going to be wrote on, you stand up and you walk away. Because you're not just affecting yourself, but you're also affecting your dog. You're also affecting other fucking patrons in that place and the owner. Why didn't you get up and walk away? What about the situation at 29 Palms when you got stopped by the fucking guards? They don't give a shit about what happens in your private life. All they give a shit about is the security of that fucking base. You worked at that base. Why is it that you have to always make a big fucking deal about everything? At the end of the fucking day, oh, you can't talk about it. Yes, I can. It's on your fucking it's on your thing. Don't you think when I first met you that I did a fucking background, I did a check on you just to see what you were like? Don't you think I fucking had a look at some of your videos and watched some of your videos? Of course. And by the way, you're welcome for the watch hours and the fucking thumbs up on some of them. In actual fact, a few of them I put a thumbs up, actually. Mike, I don't have anything personally against you. I just don't want to have interaction. You are a waste of fucking rations, mate. I would not invite you to my fucking funeral if I could fucking do, if I could, you know, if I could not invite, yeah, that would be fucking awesome. Actual fact, I would invite you into my funeral because I know I'll leave a fucking voice message on my fucking coffin. But there you go. But at the end of the day, you are the one dragging this shit back in. So I'm going to put this to fucking bed. I have no interest in you or your little fucking people, minions who come in your stream. And there's a lot of people who are fucking pissed off that this is going on. A lot of people are sick and tired that they think that it's like a two-way thing. It's not. It's a one-way thing. Because I, be honest with you, I have had no interest in you since I said that I moved on. And I have moved on. And I'm going to move on. And in fact, the only reason I'm doing this stream this morning or today is to make sure that you fucking understand 100%, Mike, that I can fucking fight back, that I can fucking do exactly the same as you. But in fact, I use facts and truth, where you just sit on your platform and flap your gums. I wonder who fucking does that? Let's think. Come on, Mike, let's think. Oh, yeah. Lisa Rabusi. Tory Jones, Robbie Kensey, they do exactly the same you do. Don't they? You're acting like a Karen. Or what do they call it over there? Ken. There you go. No, I'm not going to call you Ken or Karen. You know, you're a carrot head. Put it that way. All right. You go on about this fly monkey. You use algorithms and you use different, you are a absolute waste of rations. And do you know what? There is a fucking tree somewhere in a forest that is producing very, very hardly is producing oxygen. You need to go and find that tree and fucking apologize to that tree for wasting oxygen. Because at the end of the day, Mike, no one cares. I mean, there are people out there who like you and they like me. That's their choice. And they don't like what's going on. However, when it's only one-sided, that's where the that's where the problem is. Because the thing is, you sit on your platform, play the innocent victim every fucking time, all right? And people lap it up like a fucking dog that hasn't eaten for 2 years. Now, your issue is that you have to dig yourself out of a hole that you've put yourself in. And I'm not going to help you. I'm not going to help you. The fact that you've lied on your own post. All people need to do is go through every single video you've done since September. And watch every single video. Yeah, you get the watch hours. But I tell you one thing, people will start seeing a pattern. And they'll start seeing and hearing the truth. And they'll start watching certain things that you do. And then what? And then you're going to be standing there like someone who's just been fucking kicked out of an Ann Summers shop naked. And here's the best thing. your platform, your content has only been about negativity. I can't even find the fucking wording for this. It's been about negativity. It's been about drama, toxicity, everything else. Now, I don't give a flying fuck what people think of me. I don't. But if you are going to create something for veterans and for veterans' families and the dependents, you know, why don't you take a break? Take a break, like a week. Recharge your batteries psychologically and physically. Take the dog out for a walk. Take the cat out for a walk. Go and spend some quality time with family or something or whatever. All right, go and get laid. I don't know. All right, whatever. And then come back, start fresh, and then start helping those who need help. Not much to ask, is it? Because I'm telling you one thing now, Mike. If you seriously think you've got the upper hand with me, I haven't even warmed up yet, sunshine. This is me just telling you to leave me the fuck alone yet again. So if you think I'm starting something, or do you think I already started something or anything else, sunshine, I haven't even fucking warmed up yet. I have so fucking much on you about your behavior, about the way you treat people and everything else. But I don't care. I don't care. Because when all this is over and done with, this court case and everything else, I'm going to go to my gaming. And I am gay. In actual fact, this weekend, I'm going to be doing some World of Warships if you want to come join me. Or I probably might be doing some American Truck Simulator as well if you like to jump in on that one. I mean, we know that you've got that. You got that game. Yeah. What about all the big speech? Oh, yeah, we do this every weekend. And then I went to shit. You see, at the end of the day, Mike, you're your own worst nightmare. You're the only one who's going to destroy your reputation. You don't need anyone else's help or input. You're doing that yourself. The only reason I put that screenshot up of my commenting on your video is because I knew exactly what you were going to do. I knew exactly what you were going to do. Because here's the thing, Mike. I know you. Now, no one is threatening you. No one is attacking you. No one is fucking doing anything except pointing out some facts. And here's another thing. I haven't even covered the people you have attacked because of me. Because you got a problem with me and you've attacked other people, innocent bystanders. But I'm not going to get into that. And the reason I'm not going to get into that is because Now, Mike, it is now your time to choose what path you're going to take in life. If you're going to continue to try to make views and money out of other people because of your pettiness or your insecurities, who knows? There's quite a lot I could say, but I'm not going to waste my time. I've said what I needed to say. I've shown what I needed to show. And I've proven categorically you're a fucking liar. All right. You fabricate stories to get the content and to get people's attention. And then the thing is, you only stick with it for a while, and then you change the topic, because the thing is, you run out of material very quickly. That's where I don't, because you see, I don't have an agenda, right? I am not monetized. I don't have an agenda. I'm not making anything from this, so therefore, I don't feel guilt, and that's what doesn't stop me from. And that there, right, is the big thing, guilt. Because like at the end of the day, if you want to make money out of other people's content, why aren't you doing it with the Trampons? Why aren't you doing it with Super Dave? Why aren't you doing it with Ray Bone Crusher? Or why aren't you doing it with What the Hells? Why aren't you professionalizing your platform like Tug, Shizzy, and other people? Why aren't you doing that? Hey, Joseph, you know I'm here for you, brother, if you need me, yeah? So why? So like, you know, and guys in chat, I don't want you to talk bad about Mike. This is me fucking talk. I mean, this is me putting my opinion across. All right. I know that some of you don't like him for what he's done and said. Okay, I get that, but please refrain from any negativity in the chat, please. Okay. I appreciate your opinion. I know it's your opinion, but I don't want you guys to get involved or get dragged into this. Okay. So please, I get it. I understand. I respect it, but please, just right now, not right now. Now, you have no quarter to go now. The only way you can go is through that door and move on and do your own shit and leave people alone. All right. Or revert back to what you actually created your platform for in the first place. There's only two ways out here, because now you have no excuses. Now there's no more excuses, because after today, I have no interest in saying what I need to say. Sorry, need what you have to say. My apologies there. All right. I have no interest. I don't care what your opinion is. I don't care what your agenda is, because you have one. You surround yourself with other people who are yay sayers, who are very easily manipulated. That's their choice. That is your choice. But after today, you are now the one responsible. Not me. Because I am going to ignore you. I don't care. I have been ignoring you. However, there's only so much you can do until you have to say something. There's only so much you can do before you have to say something. And I'm saying it right now. You have issues in your personal life. You have issues psychologically. You have issues across the fucking board, and you need to deal with them. Deal with them. Like any grown, mature adult would. Take a grasp of the issues and deal with them one at a time. If you can't deal with one, put it to one side, deal with something that's easier, and then come back to the one that you had problems with, and then move on from that. Now, at the end of the day, I am not responsible for your fucking downfall or your mistakes. What I am responsible for is to show people that you are a liar, a bully, and you like to cause toxic drama for the views. I know a lot of people are not going to like this, I know a lot of people are going to be pissed off, but I can assure these people that after this live stream, I'm going to go back to exactly the way I was yesterday, the day before that. You are nowhere on the radar of interest. And you need to remember that. It's not my fault. The fact that you are a grown-ass man. And yes, I've seen the screenshot of the blow-up doll. Okay. The fact that what is wrong with you? You are supposed to be an example. A leader. Someone who went through the ranks. And just for the record, yeah, I did twist the truth just to show people the difference between you telling a lie and telling the truth. So just let's make sure about that. The fact that you went through the ranks, so did I. But the fact that you then became a real leader, an officer, and look how you are fucking behaving, Captain. Is this the way a commissioned officer is to conduct themselves? Are you that insecure that you have to be on a platform and then use that platform as a stepping stone for your insecurities? Because let me tell you something right now, Mike. I'm not insecure. I am extremely secure. I am extremely happy. But the only thing that I need to do right now is get the shit that I've got to say out so you hear it. Everyone else can make their own fucking mind up. Do I care? There is so much I want to say, but to be honest with you, I know. But here's the thing. Let me tell you something right now. I am going to make this a public announcement, and I want everybody to fucking listen right now. I don't want anyone to type. I want people to listen to exactly what I've got to fucking say. I would like to thank you, Mike Arthur, from the bottom of my heart, for some of the good days that you and I had together. I also want to thank you for introducing me to some of the best people I have ever had the pleasure of meeting. I would also like to thank you for for enticing me to go live and to actually do this. And I want to thank you for giving me content. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Because what you've done, you have created, not just you, Rattus as well, there's other people as well, all right? You have created a creator, a influence. Well, this is the thing. We are creators, we are influencers. All right? You've gave a person who has a conscience and who has a heart and who knows right from wrong. And I would like to thank you for that. But one thing I want you to do is I want you to go back from, say, 1st January the 1st all the way up to now. And I want you to look at the difference between you and me. I haven't done anything different. I've been the same from day one. But you've bounced around like a fucking ping pong ball. But I do want to thank you for I have met so many nice people. So many nice people. I'm going to say something to you. Maybe this will help you. Courage. Self-discipline or discipline. Respect for others. Integrity. Loyalty. selfless commitment, professionalism. Now, it does. Excuse me. 1 second. Drink some water. In a way, it does sadden me that I have to sit on here, on this platform, and yet again put my message on here. And I know for a fact that you're probably sitting on the outside because you've done it on multiple occasions, and you've also, you've basically proved it. You said that you never sit on the outside of my stream, but that day you actually came into my stream. That was quite strange, that actually, and that's why you got yeeted. Anyway, but beside the point, right? Mike, move on. If you are like this with me, here's my question. What were you like with Jessica? Because a lot of people are trying to figure out what your behavior is like. Because if you're like this, right? If you're like this, the way you've been behaving over the last 5 months, it brings into question of what you are like behind the scenes. You may not like what I'm saying right now, but at the end of the day, I'd rather take the filter off and be truthful than beat around the bush. I mean, like we've had, and I'm going to say this in front of people. We had fantastic times in the background. We've had giggles, laughs, and we've talked about stuff. We've even reminisced about Iraq and everything. Yeah, right. And what gets me is that the moment you don't get your way, you flip. But today you made the biggest mistake by the comments you put on your own post. You contradicted yourself in one point, and then you even admitted it, and then you lied. Because here's the thing. You can use an excuse, other people did the recording for me. No, Mike. No. That's the oldest excuse going. Right? I know for a fact that you hang out outside my stream, and at one point, I know for a fact that you've actually been on your stream, right? And here's the problem that you've got, Mike. You've got a really fucked up sound system. You remember that 2.5 hours when we tried to fix it? Well, here's the problem, sunshine. All right, when you've got your earphones on and you're playing fucking someone else's video, if people pay attention, you can hear it. Dickhead. Now, I'm going to stay. I'm not. At the end of the day, it's nighttime. Right? I make mistakes. I say things that are wrong. Right? And if people approach me and say, I've said things. I've stuff has slipped and things have been said. Right? And I make mistakes. I'm a human being. I make mistakes. But if I make a mistake, and you can prove 100% that I've made a mistake, then I will fucking check it myself, and then I'll come back and I go, yep, I fucked up on that one. And my humble apologies, sorry about that, blah, 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 blah. Right? However, when I posted my comment, there was a reason I posted my comment, because I knew exactly what was going to happen. And yes, there are people in there who are sick and tired of this back and forth. But however, they are blaming me for something he is doing. I'm not doing fuck all. When I have a conversation, right, there's been times where I have spoke about a situation like with the crampons, and I've used other examples that are fucking exactly the same, right, in the context of what I'm saying. If people think that I am talking about them because I use different things, then either they're paranoid or insecure or both. As simple as that. It is not my responsibility to deal with your insecurities or your anxieties or your issues that you have. And if you do want me to deal with them, then you're going to pay me. because then you are looking for treatment. And all I can do, and anyway, as a counsellor, because I'm doing a voluntary work at the moment, I don't get paid anyway because I'm volunteering. I did it because I want to be a volunteer. Because when you are dealing with service personnel, okay, it's better to have someone who has served talking to you than someone who hasn't, because they won't understand some of the dynamics. Mike, you know that, don't you? Now, right? I've had people joke about my PTSD. Yes, I have PTSD. And one of the symptoms of my PTSD is insomnia. Okay? That means I have issues sleeping. That's all you're going to be told. And that's all you need to know. Do you hear me go on and on and on about it? No. Because I am not on this platform for that. A lot of people need to fucking open their eyes, grow up, drink the fucking coffee, and start realizing that if you are going to be convinced by someone who lies, and I have now pointed out multiple times where that individual has lied. Mike, you have lied multiple times. And you've contradicted yourself. And just by contradicting yourself, saying that you don't come to my streams, you don't listen, then explain to me, do you have a producer who does all the editing and the videos for you? I mean, hell, you spent over an hour going over one of my streams, talking. That means you went through my stream. That means you were there. You recorded it. And I don't care if someone else recorded it and gave it to you. You still watched my stream on a technicality. Why? Why aren't you? I mean, you had a big deal about the crampons, about the fleas. Why aren't you doing the same to them? Eh? Why are you trying to grow? Why are you trying to with other stuff? Yeah, no, I'm not even going to mention that. I'm going to let you dig that hole yourself. Yeah, I'm not going to give you any fucking pointers on that one. No, but here's a word of advice, Mike. After today's stream, I'm not interested in you or anything else. All right, okay. And I'm going to say something to everyone else who comes to your stream who likes to sit in there. All right, one of them is former airborne. Don't be a hypocrite. You want to talk to me, and talk to me from brother to brother. You want to talk to me as a friend or as an individual, fine. But don't be a fucking hypocrite. Don't talk to me at all. And to other people, I'm not going to beat around the bush. Jen Fonda. You tried to stir the shit between me, Moosey Lady, and Linda, and you failed. And then you tried to do a backtrack, and you failed on that. Mind your business. Susan, former Marine, sympathy. Don't let the colors drain. Native American, I know you don't like me. I don't care. No one cares. What your opinion is your opinion. Mercedes-Benz. Grow the fuck up. Grow up. I don't care about any of you. Leave me the fuck alone. Keep my name out your fucking mouth. And all is good on the Western Front. That said, let me know when I'm supposed to give a shit. Just saying. Please, for the sake of God, stop making stupid people famous. And Mike, you are stupid by your comments alone have dropped you in the shit. They have dropped you in that hole and have proven categorically that you've lied. The more you do, and I don't know if you're doing it consciously or subconsciously. I don't know if you're just, responding because that's sometimes what you do, but your mistake is yourself. You make your own mistakes. I am not responsible for your mistake. I'm not responsible for your personal issues. I'm not responsible for anything that happens in your life. You are. Keep my mouth out. Keep my mouth out your name. Keep my name out your mouth. Move on. Simple. And ladies and gentlemen, let me just make absolutely one thing sure. These are my personal insights and opinions. And this is also what I wanted to say with factual evidence. I've shown you the screenshots. I've shown you the comment that I made, that I wrote. I have read out a statement, you want to call it a statement, whatever, that I wrote a while back to get shit off my chest. Because at the end of the day, right, sometimes I would like to respond, but I know there are people out there who like both people, but they don't want to be piggy in the middle. And I respect that. And I understand that. Mike, there are people out there who like you, and there are people who are like me, and they are the same people. I am showing them respect by moving on and leaving it as it is. You haven't done that because you always assume that when I mention something on my stream, it's always about you. You are paranoid. You are insecure. And if I want to say something about you or anyone else involved in this matter, I will name you. If I don't name you, that means I am not talking about you. Okay, little boy? Or should I call you little girl? Because that's what you're acting like a spoilt little girl. Grow up, revert back to what you created that platform and that charity for, and revert back to doing good. Leave people alone. Simple. And those, ladies and gentlemen, are the facts of the matter. And Mike, let me just make absolutely fucking sure. Excuse me. Let me make something absolutely clear so you understand. After today, I'm not going to respond to anything you do or say. I have done this. I have done this stream today to send a simple message. Leave me the fuck alone. I don't even know how many times I said this in the previously, but move on. There is other shit out there that you can talk about. There's other people that you can talk about. I am not interested. At the end of the day, I know that I'm under your skin and I've affected you somehow. I don't know if you're in love with me or you have, you missed the banter and the camaraderie that we had. All right. I mean, I do miss the truck driving and having a giggle and all that shit. But let me tell you something right now. I don't give a fuck what you say or do. Because at the end of the day, I have the right of freedom of speech and free of articulation. All right. This is all this is from me personally. This is not from anyone else. This is from me. Because at the end of the day, you are putting that shit out there. You are putting all this stuff out there. And at the end of the day, who is to blame for that? Not me. Not fucking anyone in this stream. You are the only person responsible for your own actions. Simple as. And I've got nothing further to say. I've said what I needed to say. Now we're moving on. Now I'm going to go and pay attention to chat. And while I do that, I'm just going to go and make a quick coffee. Okay, so we are going to have intermission. All right, so enjoy the tune. You know what the tune is. All right, you know what the tune is. There's going to be a couple, so enjoy them. And I'll be right back.
one goes out to all the brethren in Swansea, in Wrexham, in Merthyr Tydfil, from Penway Fan to Port Talbot. Beat up yourself. Spawn Marley come to mash up Babylon with some proper Welsh reggae. See, whoa, tidy vibes from the hillside, son. Spawn Trooper know the reggae man. Coal dust clear, the fire's begun. Spawn Marley sun rules Irish son. He once rode the valleys in his army gear. Now he chants with the sheep and a dragon near. From the pubs to the coast, he's spreading cheer, and the bass line rolling like a panta beer. He said, bagpipes, now I've got a dub plate, and I swap my shield for a ganja crate. Now the miners sing in harmony, while he skank by the harp in sweet unity. Spawn Marley, the reggae man with the Welshman pride. Spawn Marley, shout you a love from the break outside. Spawn Marley, from the castle ruins to the Dublin line. Spawn Marley, he blessed Babylon with valley might. My Holland is glad you just a minute glass. Spawn Marley downs your fel ser no ras. Dim oven gani drag me and cardio head dutch. Oh Jamaica, a jimmer in my river. The sun shines over the blue mountains. Spawn Marley dances like a star from the race. He fears no dragon, he carries peace. From Jamaica to Wales, the red dome explodes. Oh, the Welshman got that irie glow. He blending dub with the sheepdog flow. From Cardiff docks to Snowdon Peak, Spawn Marley chant what the spirits seek. Spawn Marley, no more trooping in the wind and rain. Spawn Marley, he chant down sorrow, he chant down pain. Spawn Marley, with daffodils tucked in his locks. He the reggae king of the Celtic rocks. Spawn Marley, Marley, similar to the world. I read forever, ever, ever.
This one's going straight from our hearts to the boots of the Valley Knight Spawn Trooper, baby. You've got these crampons skanking in love.
This one's going straight from our hearts to the boots of the Valley Knight. Spawn Trooper, baby, you've got a skanking in love. He's got boots full of rhythm and a stare like tea, trooping through the hills humming harmony. He don't say much, but he speaks in bass, and we melt like butter when he looks our way. He swapped his shield for a velvet beat, daffodils tucked where the skanking meets. Oh, trooper, trooper, we see you glide, got us floating in lace through the countryside. We love you, Spawn Trooper, slow like honey, sweet like rain. We love you, Spawn Trooper,
Slipping through our window pane,
we love you, Spawn Trooper,
like a lemon on a lazy breeze.
you make our hearts go loopy
With your reggae melodies. There's a tambourine moon in your knapsack, boy, and your dub-plate dreams feel like lemon joy. You skank on clouds, we follow slow. You're a rhyming boots, you steal the show.
We'd write your name on a biscuit tin, crochet your face on a jacket pin. We'd kiss your shadow if it walked our way. Spawn Trooper, you make rainy days okay. We love you, Spawn Trooper.
Soft like fog and daffodil dew.
We love you, Spawn Trooper.
We'd skank all day just dreaming of you.
We love you, Spawn Trooper.
Socks on the line, beats in our teeth.
We are the crampin' sweet and slow.
And we love you so eternally. They call him Spawn Trooper.
They call him Spawn Trooper.
They call him Spawn Trooper.
We are the crampons.
They call him Spawn Trooper.
Spawn Trooper, he don't beat round the bush, man. He just say what he do and he mean what he say, man. Laid back boots in a hillside breeze, sipping Dr. Pepper with his dragon at ease. Loofah, he like many gifts of the loofah. Loofah, he don't beat round, for you just loofah. Leaves him hanging in his barracks like a banner. He scrubs truth into the skin of the land with a daffodil smile and a calloused hand.
Don't mess with the English man.
I mean the Irish man.
Wait, the Scottish man. Oh shit, I mean the man. He'll give you a stare and a proverb too, then vanish on a mountain like the mist do.
He don't need no war, no heavy command, just a melody line and a sponge in hand. When Babylon's stress tries
To ruin his calm, he just ums and he scrubs like a loofah bomb.
Loofah, loofah, he's the hillside soother. Trooper, loofah, he but the Celtic mover. He sings what he means and he means what he says. Spawn Trooper got the grime of the world washed away. Spawn Trooper, he don't beat round, he just be round. Loofah man,
Yeah, Loofah man. The Loofah
swinging the
bug.
vibe of the whole damn land.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was a tune from JK Films. Thank you so much for that Loofah song. And yes, I am back. I have said what I needed to say. I have done things that needed to be done. I need to cough 1 second. And we is back. Now, I know for a fact, in fact, I know 100% that Mike and other people are not going to stop. They're going to carry on. But I can tell you right now, I'm done with it. So let's go on. And I do apologize, people, for not paying attention to the chat, but I needed to get this shit off my chest. I needed to say what needed to be said, and I needed to say it without. I mean, I was going to close down chat. I was going to turn off chat. But at the end of the day, it wouldn't be fair on you, and I didn't want to disrespect you because this is nothing to do with you. And I needed that extra 2 minutes just to bring myself back down. I needed to take off my serious head and put my jokey head on. But you know for a fact that even me saying I'm moving on, and I am now, I've moved on, won't change anything. Okay, so just be aware that there's going to be we know what's going to happen. So fuck it. But anyway, to be perfectly honest with you, I haven't even paid attention to any motions or dockets that have gone in. All I've been doing right now is been paying attention to, and I want to do a quick shout out for a couple of people who I care for, and I do care for everyone, but there are some people I care for. Joseph, I care for him. SMN, Amogo, Ozzy, Big Dirt, Squid, Star, everybody who comes to my studio, I care so much for you. And I appreciate your words. I appreciate your input. And I do appreciate what you say. But you have to understand that you can only push someone so far. I do have a lot of opinion. I do have insights and opinions. And these are my own opinions about certain stuff that's happened over the last 9 months. In regards to certain individuals. But at the end of the day, I am not going to publicize that. I'm not going to say anything about that because at the end, because at the end of the day, you know, as you've seen, it is pointless. No matter what you say, right? It's about them and us. It's about him and me. It's about this and that. When you show factual proof that someone is dishonest or lying, regardless, it doesn't matter if it's him or anyone else. Right? Unless you can prove it, right? Fine. But when you even prove that people are lying or being dishonest, okay, you're still treated like a fucking outsider. You're still treated like a leper. And that is the problem this day and age with the internet and with people. People will believe what you tell them. Now, if I said to you that I'm sitting here with a Dr. Pepper and a coffee, do you believe that? Well, of course you're going to believe it because that's what I fucking live on. But at the end of the day, right, there's a lot of people out there who are so easily convinced by someone's ability to articulate in a very intellectual way. Right? I'm not fucking one. I didn't get brought up with a silver spoon or a gold spoon in my mouth. I was dragged up. Right? But obviously, a lot of people, I've mentioned this before, so it's no secret. Like, my old man was in the military and we traveled a lot. So I went to multiple different countries. Okay. And when we came back to Europe and we came back to the UK, right, we moved straight back to Wales. Now, when I joined up, I moved away and I deployed to different countries. And was stationed in different countries for periods of time. Now, at the end of the fucking day, I don't have to explain myself. But one thing I did learn is I learned how to accept the culture and the people. And that's why I can catch people out in their lives. Because one thing I can tell you right now, I've made mistakes. I have said things that, you know, are not appropriate. I've sworn. I've been foul-mouthed when I first started, and a lot of people will go. I mean, and then the coughing and say, I mean, Jesus, can you remember when Bruce went, oh, he coughs, sneezes, and orifices and all that shit, you know? And I get it. And people don't like gaming channels. I get it. I really do, and I respect that. But at the end of the day, if you're going to come here and you're going to listen to what I've got to say, why don't you want to be part of the community and actually enjoy what I enjoy? Because the thing is, I'm inviting you into my life to enjoy what I do. Just like, for example, like Squid or JK or Dr. Raz, DJ Rattus or anyone else. They invite you into their home, invite you into their lives to be part of what they do. But if you fail on that mission, if you fail and you get distracted and you come off the rails and you start going down a different route, who's responsible for that? You? Me? Well, it's going to be my fault. If I derail and I start going a different way, okay, it's my fault. Now, there was a comment made on Facebook the other day in regards to my numbers, about my subs and about everything else. I want to point something out to you, and everyone here who's got their own stream, right, will actually fucking sit back and go, holy shit, you got a bloody good point on that one. Right? Here's the fact of the matter. I have been hanging around the same amount of subs for quite a long time. It's been going up and been going down. I don't care about I do care about the subs, but there's a point to what I'm saying. Okay? I'm not monetized. All right? So therefore, I don't have a goal. I don't have something that I need to work for. So that means I could come on my stream, do whatever I fucking like, and leave again, and that's it. Because I'm not gaining anything. I'm not losing anything. There's nothing. It's just basically me, you guys, and we're just shooting the shit or Excuse me. Right? Now, when say, and Mike, I know you're listening. For some reason, it's important for you because you've already made that statement that you want to make money out of this shit. You know, and yeah, but the thing is, here's the thing. When all this is done, this is, I don't think you realize this, but, and this is not just towards you, fella, but this is towards everyone, is when all this is over and done with, what are your plans in the future? Because mine is probably there'll be less live streams and more videos being put up. And I probably might hang out with Squid, or I probably might hang out with DJ Ratters, or Moosey Lady, or someone who has their own stream. And if they invite me in, I'll go in. If we pre-plan everything and they say, oh, this is what we're doing, this, and this, I'll go, yeah, okay, I'll do my research. I'll show them the research. They'll go, yeah, that's fine. And then I'll jump on, right? So I won't just turn up, yeah? That's one of the things. It's when I'm invited. Now, people need to worry about the content, not about the people. And for me, to be judged with the comment, oh, well, you can see that just by by his subtotal. What the fuck does that mean? Just because I happen to have a low sub count? What about someone who's got, well, let's say, 2,000, 1,000, 3,000, 5,000, 6,000, 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 100,000, 700,000, 1 million, whatever. What does it? It just means that more people are going to see your bullshit. They want to see genuine people. They want to see people on the platform who are genuine. They don't want to see this fake facade. And one thing you can do is you can go around and look on YouTube. You will come across people who put on a fake facade, and then once they turn off that fucking stream, they turn into the most nastiest piece of work or the most nicest piece of work. With me, I turn up, I go live, I'm the same, and I stop, and I'm still the same. You can ask anybody who has spoken to me outside this stream, and they will tell you there is no fucking difference between me there, during, or after. None whatsoever. Now, my goal is like, yeah, if I reach 1,000, I'm going to monetize. And I know exactly what's going to happen. Those people, including him, they will start either striking or they'll start doing something because they are so desperate to get my information. Why do you need my information? Why? What do you need it for? Eh? That you can do that allegedly or speculative, that you can do shit offline or other stuff? Do you think I am afraid or intimidated? Don't you think I've accepted my fate years ago? If I got up right now and dropped fucking dead right now, that's it. Game over. Because one thing you have to remember, the day you are born is the day you start to die. It's only a matter of time. It's only a time when the big Lord comes down and goes, hey, sunshine, you come with me. I'm not here for this drama, toxicity, or anything. But I tell you one thing, I'll say it as it is, and that is why a lot of people don't like it, because I am a fact and truth shower. I say it as it is. I don't have a filter, and that's what people can't take or can't comprehend or grasp. But I can tell you one thing now. I'm after this stream, I am done with all the bullshit. I'm going to carry on doing what I'm doing. I'm going to carry on commenting on stuff that I've seen and witnessed and read and everything else. I'm going to continue to spend time with my friends. And I know for a fact that I am not going to fucking come back to do what I've done today. Because today needed to be said, it needed to be done. Because if it hadn't been said or hadn't been done, this shit would have carried on and gone on and on and on and on. But I can tell you right now, from my point of view, it's not going to, this is it. I'll move, that's it. But I tell you one thing now, it's not going to stop from the other side. I can tell you that right fucking now. And you know I'm right. You know it's because it hasn't stopped so far. So why should it stop now? Because the thing is, for certain individuals, because they can't create their own content fuck's sake, you go live, play a game. Talk about a game that you've created, or talk about something that you've made, or talk about what you want to do, or go for a car driving and just talk naturally. Just go, oh fucking hell, I'm driving down the road. Oh, look at that fire engine. Oh yeah, let's go for a burger. And is it so hard to do? I mean, I'm waiting for a certain system to get, and then when I get that system, there's going to be times I'm going to be driving in my car, which is the same as fucking Deuce Boys, and I'm going to be talking, I'm going to be live, and I'm going to be chatting away, and I'm going to have the camera facing outwards, but I'm going to make sure that where I drive, you're never going to figure out where it is. I like my privacy. I don't have to be on camera. I don't have to fucking show anything, and I never will, because my privacy is my privacy. But why are other people so desperate to get my information? And another thing, people go, oh, that's not really me. Why should I lie about my name? My mother and my father, well, I think my dad was more involved than my mum, but my parents gave me that fucking name. Don't insult my parents, because then I will take the gloves off. Let's see what they do about that comment there. I bet you any money they're going to start on my parents. But that won't bother me anyway. People need to grow up, smell the coffee, and grow the fuck up. As simple as that. But anyway, guys, good morning. Hello, everybody. I'm going to very quickly right now, go into the participants, and say hello to people. I'm going to go, hi, Ozzy, Jen, David Fox, Joseph, hi, brother, how you doing? Hi, David. Lisa, hi, sweetheart. Mark, Ken, how you doing, bud? SMN, how you doing, brother? Squid, right, hugs. Texas, hi, sweetheart, how you doing? Mama, who else? Who are we missing? Who are we missing? I'm sure we're missing someone. Who do we miss? Joseph, how you doing? Just another Cajun. How you doing, brother? Good to see you again. Welcome back. Yeah, much love to you as well. All right, and be good. Good to see you. Good to see you, Cajun. No Showak. Hello. Yeah, I knew you. This is the thing. Here's the thing, what you have to understand, guys. You can sit in a stream and no one will know you're there unless you type. Once you type, that is classified as participating in the chat, and then your name will pop up on participants list. So Lisa, hi. Big Dirt, good to see you. Big Dirt, if your balls touch, if your balls touch, well, then we're all fucked then, really, aren't we? Who else have we got? I've missed so many people. I do apologize for this. Heidi, hi, sweetheart. Good to see you. Star, good to see you too. Who we got? Janet Chevront. That's French. Anyway, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. And hi, Kim. Hi, good to see you as well. Gary, hello. How you doing? Welcome in the stream. Chris, welcome to the stream. Time to enjoy oh my God. Are you sitting in a freaking hot tub while you're listening? Hi. Warning, electrical items near water can cause injury or death. So be careful, please. Make sure that you've got no electrical items near water, Chris. Anyway, the gloves coming off is fine, as long as you leave the socks on. Dude, I will always leave my socks on. When I'm butt naked, my socks are still on. I like my feet to stay warm. Considered a real threat. Oh God, my feet are not that bad. No, but oh Jesus, it's good to see you. Hey, Cajun, it's good to see you. Where you been hanging, man? I haven't seen you for a while. Where have you been, Joe? Joe. And listen, just for the record, I want you all to understand, all right? What you do and whose stream you go in is none of my business, all right? Just for the record, just so people know, all right? I've had people come in here who have said negative stuff about me. I'm not saying they're in here now, but I'm just saying there's people coming here who have said negative shit about me, and I haven't said a word. You know why? Because at the end of the day, everyone has a right to say what they need to say. Right? If you don't like it, deal with it. Right? I've got thick skin. Some of this shit doesn't really bother me, but I needed to say what I had to say. And if you don't like what I said, then you know what to do. You know, if you can't handle reality or the truth, then that's entirely up to you. I'm not a spiteful or hateful person. I don't even, look, just for the record, I don't even hate Mike. I just don't like his behavior and his lying. All right. So, Mike, if you're hearing that, dude, if you ever want to drive fucking American Truck Simulator, let's fucking do it, dude. All right. Just fucking let me know what time, start a convoy, and I'll come on. We don't have to fucking talk. We just drive together. At least we're fucking decompressing and having fun. All right. I can't believe I just fucking offered that. What the fuck am I on? What are you looking at, cat? I know, you're gorgeous, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you all big stretch. Yeah. That's a mental image for you. Spawn sitting there naked in his black sipping coffee. Hey, Dirt, I don't see. Hey, listen, Sunshine, I don't hear you complaining. You see, brother, I don't hear you complaining. In fact, I don't hear Cajun complaining. I don't hear you complain. I am seeing no one complaining. Not even the girls are complaining. So, yeah. Right. Yeah. 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 And one thing I hope, I mean, what was it, 16 hours from San Francisco to Australia? I just hope that DJ Rattus has made his way home and, he's arrived safely. So, anyone who's got direct contact with him, just let us know. But I think he'll message me at some point to let me know he's home. And then I think you should take a week or so to just spend some time with family and that. I think, yeah. This thing called just over broke, aka job, is a serious communicate. Oh, right, okay. Right, okay. So let me ask you a question. We had a poll yesterday about me gaming and streaming and stuff like that. So, is there any feedback in regards of? By the way, has everyone got their coffee? Has everyone got their drink of choice? Anybody? Stacy, good morning, my sweetness. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad you came now and not right at the beginning. PSA warning: streaming naked, sipping coffee or tea may result in unexpected severe buff. Jesus Christ, Caden Joe. I'll tell you one thing. It's good to see you back, man. It's good to see you back. I'm surprised Squid hasn't thrown shit at me yet. Why aren't you sponsored by Celsius? I think that we should all demonstrate, do like a public demonstration that Squid should be sponsored by Celsius. Yes. Coffee is yucky. All right, Heidi, what do you drink then in the afternoon or in the mornings when you wake up? Do you have a cup of tea, or you just have what do you do? What do you drink in the morning? Janet, hi. Coffee. Yes. It is 5 a.m. 2 cups of coffee in me. Good, Stacey. So that means one more coffee and you're going to be bouncing off the walls. There you go. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, if it is cold, right, try to stay away from nicotine and caffeine for a couple of hours and then have your coffee, because caffeine and nicotine thin your blood. Don't know if you know that, but I thought I mentioned that. And in fact, how long have I been live? 2 hours. Ah, well. Do you know what? The other day when I was live, I did not know that I was live over 3 hours. Can you believe that? Can you? I know, right? I get 12 packs sent to my house every month from and the fish that goes to my. So why are they not sponsoring you then? Oh, milk. So you can drink. Try some hot milk with a little bit of cocoa in it. You know that, like, you can get two different types of chocolate, right? You can get like the powdered chocolate, and then you can get the syrup milk chocolate where you can put it on cake and stuff like that. If you get yourself some hot milk and then get that squeezy stuff and then squeeze some chocolate into it and then mix it up, trust me, you'll get a much nicer kick out of it. I assure you of that. But for those who are lactose intolerant, black coffee or tea, cinnamon tea or wild pepper tea, and there's a lot of tea out there. Sunflower. Oh, what's that other tea? Buttercup tea. Is it buttercups? Buttercup, yeah. Ladybird or buttercups or whatever they're called. God, that feels so good. That feels. Oh, that feels so good. Yeah, I know, Squid, but the thing is, if they, it's worth contacting them and saying, hey, look, and they do like people with building them. Oh, Marlene. Hi, good morning. God, I'm glad you were not here when. Iced tea. Oh, God, do you know what you just reminded me? Excuse me. Irish coffee. Has anyone had Irish coffee? Right, because if you haven't, listen to this. Oh, God, Luther song. Don't make me play the Luther song. I'll play the Luthers. Right, anyway. We went to Spain years ago, and I was on my bike, and we were riding down the main highway. We came to a service station, and I said to the other guys, I said, you know what? I'm just going to come off the motorway into that town down the road. And they went, why? I said, service station to build, it costs too much, and plus it's all fucking watered down. Oh, all right then. And so we went down into this really small village. I say it was about 200-300 people, and they had one cafe. And we parked all the bikes outside this cafe, and it looked like it would, it was like some sort of freaking horror film. And I walked in. I can't speak Spanish for shit, but the person behind the bar, she could speak English. So I said to her, do you have coffee? And she went, yes. Do you want the normal coffee or the special coffee? And I looked at her like, I went, say what? And she went, do you want the normal coffee or the special coffee? And I went, what's the difference? And she went, well, it'll be a surprise if it won't be a surprise if I tell you what the special. And I was like, yeah, all right then. So I had a normal coffee first. And then she went, oh, are you ready for your special coffee? And I went, yeah. And she bought me a coffee, and it had a little shot glass right next to it. And in that shot glass, it was like a liqueur, and it smelled like aniseed, right? And I was like, whoa. And the thing is, I took a little sip of it, just a little bit with the tongue. I just went, and it tasted like licorice. And I put it in a coffee, and she said, right, mix it. And I was like, oh, all right, then. So I mixed it. And boy, geez, what a nice coffee. And the thing is, she said to me, in Spain, right, they have a certain, you can drink and drive, but up to a certain level. So if you have one shot and one beer, and I was like, well, I don't want to drive for now. And then we had like some Spanish tangine sort of type of lamb stuff, food and that, rice and that. And then we had some, and I think the village is near, when you're in Spain, if anyone's ever been in Spain, you'll see a big black display of a bull on a hill, and it was near there. And I sat outside, and obviously about an hour after I had that, and I tell you one thing, oh my God, it was like there was a fucking furnace burning in my stomach, and I really enjoyed it. And I drank a couple of more coffees. We had some food, like I said, and then basically we carried on. And we went down to where was it? Alicante, and then went to Benidorm, and then from Benidorm we went down and we rode all the way to Gibraltar. And then some of us had to make our way back because obviously, it was for work reasons. But I didn't have to be there for 3 more days or 4 more days, sorry. So I stayed overnight in Gibraltar, and then I started making my way back. But what I did, I took my time, and I stopped off at that cafe again. And basically, in the end, I stayed there overnight because her and her sister own the cafe, and their parents live above the cafe, and they've got like the whole area, the whole building basically belonged to them. So my bike went into the garage. So I did some work on the garage, and then, oh God, when the Spanish party, they fucking party. Jesus Christ. And yeah, and that was in the days when I used to have a drink, but that was many, many, many years ago. Many years ago. But so if you ever go to Spain, try to get the special coffee. And the point in that lesson was basically enjoy the cuisine of the culture of the country you're in. Lisa? What's going on? Malin told who's Dr. Pepper and oh my God, Lisa! Jesus, what is wrong with you? What's happened to you? Who are you? You're not the Lisa I know. That's not very ladylike. And Noshua, she does well. Noshua, I can't keep going, and you'll get detention. I'm telling you right now, you will get detention. Yeah, well, I mean, the winter in South Korea, Joseph, is not as like it's in Europe or over in the States. I mean, okay, there's parts of the States when it gets cold, but in South Korea, when it gets cold, it freaking gets cold. Not that I've been there, but I've heard stories about it going into minus degrees and shit. Yeah, that's true. That's so true. That's the problem with us. We don't have a filter. Can you just imagine? I'll just picture this. Can you imagine sitting in a mist? Right, guys, just stop for a second. Just to picture this. You've got Noshua, Lisa, and all the other girls, right? All sitting in a restaurant. We're all sitting at a big table. And just imagine how long that peace and tranquility will last. What do you think? 2 minutes, 5 minutes, or at never? The minute they walk in, they start going, I just farted. Yeah, the rats are not small in Gibraltar. And they're not, actual fact, the biggest rat I have ever seen, where was it? No, that was a camel spider. In Iraq, it was a camel spider. That fucking thing was huge. Yeah, that camel spider had its own fucking zip code. The biggest rat I have ever seen was, where the hell was it? Italy. No, it wasn't Italy. Yes, it was Italy. I sat there. It wasn't Italy. It wasn't Italy. It was, where was it? It was France, because I went to, I went to La Gare du Nord, the train station, and then basically I went down to the Notre Dame. They've got like loads of stuff there. You've got Moulin Rouge down there. You've got the small equivalent of the Liberty statue down there. They've got everything. They've even got like a beach down there as well. And I'm sitting on a bench, and I'm trying to roll a cigarette, because at the same time I'm looking at the map where I want to go. And I swear to God, this rat got out, winked at me, and then fucking carried on walking. The thing was huge. I mean, massive. And like, basically, I just carried on and everything. And then I saw another one, and I took a picture of it on my phone. I took a picture, and I walked up, and then I went to meet the friends or the friends I was meeting. And I showed them the picture, and they went, "Oh, that is nothing. We have got bigger rats a little bit further down there. And there's the Champs-Élysées. You see the rats down there. They are extremely big." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm. Let's just go and party and stuff like that." Yeah. So, hey, Lisa, is that down there Oh, no. There's a place in Ponty somewhere that does raves. How can you freaking play £1 for a shot? You know, if you're paying £1 for a shot, you know it's going to be fucking tap water. If you ever want to have a good drink, go to Germany. Go and sit in a bar. Go and sit in like a pub. And you sit at the bar and go, "Ein Schnaps bitte," and they'll bring you that schnapps. And that schnapps stuff is really fucking. That'll clear your sinuses. That's for sure. Yeah. Do you know what? You've asked for it, ladies and gentlemen. This, right, is dedicated to Amogo, Aussie Jen, Marlin, Lisa, Noshua, and all the ladies in chat.
Trooper, he don't beat round the bush, man. Hey, man. Laid back boots in a hillside breeze, sipping Dr. Pepper with his dragon at ease. Loofah, he like many gifts of the loofah.
The loofah,
Leaves him hanging
in the
his barracks
loofah.
like a banner. He scrubs
The loofah.
into the skin of the land with a daffodil smile and a calloused hand. Don't mess with the Englishman.
What?
I mean the Irishman.
Okay, now you take the piss.
Scottishman.
What the
Oh
fuck?
shit, I mean the Welshman. He'll give you a stare and a proverb too, then vanish on a mountain like the mist do. He don't need no war, no heavy command, just a melody line and a sponge in hand. When Babylon's stress tries to ruin his calm, he just hums and he scrubs like a loofah bomb. Loofah, loofah, he's the hillside soother. Trooper, the trilpa mover. He sings what he means and he means what he says. Spawn Trooper got the grime of the world washed away. Spawn Trooper, he don't beat round, he just be round. Loofah man, cleaning the vibe of the whole damn land. Trooper, loofah man, cleaning the vibe of the whole damn land.
Yeah. I get a picture of freaking loofahs. I got JK Films and freaking making songs of loofahs. I tell you, and just for the record, some of the tunes that you've heard on the streams lately, right, have been created not just by DJ Rattus, but also JK Films. All right, so big kudos and a big shout out to both of them. And like I said, DJ, I hope that you've arrived safely back in Australia. Make sure that I've definitely made sure that your cell is clean and all the amenities are ready for your perusal. And to JK, dude, brother, thank you so much for these tunes. It's just fantastic. I mean, you two are so talented when it comes to songs. Even though I've made a couple in the past which are quite funny, but but yeah, again, thank you so much for that, and I appreciate that. And I will always give you a shout out and appreciate what you've created there. Guys, make sure that you go and check out JK. If you don't know where he is, please hold. I'm going to get you the information now. That's it for fire. There you go. There it is. All right, go and check him out. He's quite a good guy. Go and check him out. And also, don't forget to go and check out Squid Pro Quo as well. I mean, we definitely got to make sure that Squid, yeah. And actually, fact, let's do a couple of shout outs today. So, where are we? Wait, what? Oh, there you go. Okay, I mean, obviously, Musi Lady, bless her cotton socks, you know, she needs a bit of a shout out as well. So there you go. There's one for Musi Lady. And who else? Who have we got missing? Who have we missed? Let's have a look. Oh yes, we definitely got to give DJ Rats a shout out. Yeah, so that's another thing. All right, yeah, there you go. Oh, who else is there? Oh yeah, and we're definitely going to give Eric a shout out as well. You know, it's only fair. There you go. So guys, go and show your love to all these good people, and remember that, you know, we're all a community. We all support each other. You know, we don't have to kiss each other's ass or you know, being on each other's lap all the time. But go and show the people some love. You know, Squid Pro Quo, for example, you know, she does a lot of court streaming and stuff like that. And, you know, there's so much that she covers, and she can explain that herself on her next stream. And, you know, JK and DJ, you know, they make parody and they do songs and stuff like that. That's also really good to go and check out. And Eric, he has his own assemble, like a little, what do you call it? Is it a mission? No, it's not missionary. It's, what do you call a little chapel? You know, if you need spiritual guidance, or you need, oh my God. If you, not sure, I can't take you anywhere, can I? If you need any spiritual guidance or anything like that, you know, you can always go and talk to Eric privately. You know, he's also got a Discord as well. And then we have Missy Lady. Missy Lady, if you want to go and find out about, you know, some past relative or something, go and chat to her. She's a very, very calming. She's got a very calming voice. All right, so go and check her out. Yeah, and obviously when other people like Big Dirt and Lisa, they start streaming, we're just going to fucking troll the shit out of it. No, I'm joking. Yeah, so, and also I would like to, I also want a big shout out to Ammo Girl. All right, you know, so a big shout out to Ammo Girl for being here. She has been an inspiration, not just for the stream, but also for me. She's, you know, and that goes for everyone who I've spoken to. So again, thank you all for, you know, being who you are. Right? And don't let negativity control your life or your actions or, oh shit, Andor 2 is out? Wait, when? What? Interesting. Very, very interesting. Huh. Well, I think, like Big Dirt, you know, we may joke about Lynette Preston being a minister, but the thing is, she really hasn't shown, you know, I mean, there's a thing about playing the minister and then being the minister. Like, she hasn't shown, you know, like a true individual. Like, okay, so for example, right, all the negativity and the crap about what's been said, you know, everything that's been said in this stream, if any of these people came to me and said, look, I need to talk, right, there is a line I draw. If someone came up to me and said, hey, I need to talk, and even if they have caused issues, I would have to put that to one side. I would have to put my opinion about them to one side and be unbiased and be there for them, so they have someone who they can talk to, who they can trust to be able to be themselves and, you know, and speak out, right, and speak without any repercussions or the fear of, you know, someone being ridiculing them or laughing at them. And, you know, there's a difference. That's where I draw the line. For me, even if I didn't like you and I thought you were the scum of the earth, if you came up to me and said, I need to talk, right? At first, would I be skeptical? Maybe. But at the end of the day, you know, I have to be unbiased. I have to be willing to sit and listen. And I will listen. And, there'll be a couple of probing questions on making sure that both parties know where they are and what how they stand and where they, where their liabilities and where their behavior needs to be on point. But, I would have to be unbiased. And being a minister, you are not just representing Christianity or God or Jesus Christ, but you are also being a how can I put it? You're being a voice piece. So you have to put your differences to one side, and you have to give that person that spiritual insight. Because at the end of the day, no matter what we all do, at the end of the day, when that big day comes, when that bucket is kicked, and we stand in front of our maker. I mean, I'm not a good church going person, but even I know that when I stand in front of my maker, I know I'm not going to hell because I've got a restraining order from Satan. I mean, I can't go anywhere near him. So, but at the end of the day, we will be judged. I mean, properly on that day. So it's just one of those things. Judgment will come upon us the day we pass. Yeah. Yeah. Big dirt. But the thing is, at the same time, I mean, who knows? At the end of the day, I don't know much to say that she wouldn't sit there and actually give you spiritual guidance. No one knows. I mean, the only thing we go by is what we've seen, heard, and read. I mean, no one knows if she but at the same time, it's very easy to go online and become a minister, And I know that over in America, Christianity, God-fearing people and everything. And it's very hard to actually have an opinion about someone who, like her, who states that she's a minister, but her behavior everything she does contradicts what she says about being a minister. So, and it's just basically look at the crampons, Swamp Lizard. They've never ever sat there and said, "Hey, look, the reason we haven't shown transparency is because we can't, or we don't want to." But the fact that they've never ever shown any type of transparency or taken on any responsibility for their actions, and that's another big issue. There's a lot of people out there who refuse or avoid taking on responsibility for their own actions. And when you confront them or you put them on under the spotlight, they lie their way out of it, or they throw accusations back, or they play the victim. And unfortunately, that happens a lot. I mean, I've been put on the spotlight, but at the end of the day, I don't have to prove anything to anybody. I'm not here for the fame or anything else. I'm just here to invite people into what I do. I mean, I want to do special effects. I want to do, show people how to do mechanical stuff. I want to play games and everything else. But over the last few months, I've come to the conclusion that is it worth it? And unfortunately, I keep on getting this little voice saying, no, it's not. Not at the moment, anyway. So there you go. It's always the middle finger. Oh, shit, you guys make me laugh. You guys do make me laugh. But anyway, guys, we are coming up to a point where we need to start thinking about closing down. So we are now going into the Q&A. So please, ladies and gentlemen, ask your questions. If I don't want to answer the questions, I won't. Okay? And then I'm going to go and talk to someone who I need to talk to. So make sure that you put @ and then my name, and then, because I don't want to. So, yeah. But the content of my video, of my live stream today, I am not given any quarter. So if you're going to ask me something about today's stream, I think the content will explain it itself. Everything that's been said will explain itself. And as of today, I am now moving on. I will ignore. Can you pull my finger? No. Yes. Okay. There you go. There you go. I've pulled it. You hear that? I pulled your finger. And now your whole living room is going to smell like carrots. Smell like carrots. Pull my finger. Gee, not sure idea. Anyway, so I am waiting for your questions, ladies and gentlemen. And if you don't have any, you got 3 minutes to ask questions. And I know a lot of people are not, I know a lot of people may have not liked what was said today, or are, how can I put it, are pulled between both. But at the end of the day, what needs to be said has to be said. So don't expect. Okay, Spawn. Oh, fucking hell. Well, Big Dirt, due to the fact that I was born in 1373, how the fuck am I supposed to remember that shit? I mean, really? Oh, for crying out loud. Right, the Battle of Brennglass, also known as the Battle of Pillough, was the significant victory of the Gawain Glenaway Welsh forces against Sir Edmund Mortimer English army of June 22nd, 2002. The battle fought near Kennington and Prestine in central Wales. Saw why can't I read that? Glenwitter's smaller army exploit the terrain and English army vulnerabilities and achieve a decisive win. Happy? There you go. I hope that helps. I can't believe you asked me that. I had to fucking research that one. How is your bike going? Have you done anything? I've been out today around the coast for 3 hours. Red nose, my dams. Right. Basically, on the bike, I am. I've worked on the auxiliary lights. At the moment, I need to get a oil can so I can catch the oil. I haven't done an oil change, but I've changed these spark plugs. I've done a whole electrical system. I've checked the whole electrical system to see, and my onboard transmitter, my onboard info stuff. I've got electrical stuff on the bike. That's all working. The bike just needs a quick clean, so I'm going to do that, and then it needs a servicing, which I'm going to do, and then it needs to be. Then I need to take it to, because there's BMW here. Well, not close by, but there's BMW, and I'm going to be taking it down to them. If they can't do it, then I'm going to take it to the Honda garage. So just to get a quick check, and then because I probably might have to replace the alternator and and the exhaust, because I think the exhaust is on its way out. Hope that answers your question, Marlon. Heidi, Spawn, does Mike associate with the crampons? Only heard about him in here. Nope, don't know, don't care. Sorry, I can't answer that, Heidi. You would have to ask him. Everyone have a blessed day. Got to go. SMN, take care, brother. My greetings to family, and I'll talk to you soon privately. Heidi, no. Take care, buddy. He said to ask him questions. I'd like to make him work for it. Well, you asked me questions about this, not about freaking something that happened over 700 years ago. Actual fact, over 800 years ago, but that's beside the point. I know, no, Heidi. I know you're not trying to start anything. I get it. I understand. I really do understand. Don't panic. Don't panic. I understand. I just thought I'd answer that. So I can't answer that question. So no, you're not starting anything, sweetheart. Don't worry. Please don't worry. Spawn, take care, brother. Everyone in chat. Hey, Joseph, brother, listen. If you need to chat, let me know. All right, and I'm there for you if you need me. Yeah, and even if you want to come in here and chat, that's fine. All right, but you take care of yourself and positive vibes. Always think positive. Don't let negativity control your life. All right. Anyone else? Karen Reed. Oh, I keep on forgetting about that one. You see, it's like, I mean, talking about Karen, I mean, like, this Johnny Depp and the other person's fucking trial was much more interesting and shorter than all this. I think newspapers, I think that the media needs to fucking get involved in all this. Because I'll tell you one thing, they would make a shitload of money just from this whole, everything that's been going spawned through. My dear teddy bear, I'm going to start from the start. Give your queen a hug from me and hug to see you. Love you. Marlene, I love you too. And I will give my queen the big hug and I'll send your regards to her when she's back at home. Okay, and I promise that. I always do anyway. Even when she's here, I do it. Ow. When she's here, I do it. So, yes. You don't have to blood pressure control. Oh, Squid, you're funny. Yeah. And here's the thing. A lot of people are not going to agree. But at the end of the day, sometimes things need to be said to clear the air and to move on. And that's what I've done today. And after today, I will discuss anything I like. And if I don't mention your name, don't assume. Simple as. That's the difference between me and everyone else. If I am talking about something generic or I'm using something as an example, if I mention you by name, then you're on. It's game on. If I don't, then stop assuming. And stop playing a victim. Oh, I've been threatened. But anyway, enough of that. We move on to better sights and better times. Yeah. So are there any more questions from anyone? If not, then I am going to call it a day. Kat, how the fuck did you get from there to there? Hey, talking to you. Do you know what, cats? They're it's a bird, you silly moo. Anyway, right. Squid Sport, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm completely serious. Yeah, really. I believe that the Commonwealth of Massholes is completely corrupt. I don't even know how to respond to that, Squid. Oh, did you? How did that feel, Ken? Yeah, see you later, Squid. Take care. Thanks for coming in. But anyway, guys, as we've now come to the completion of the stream, I am going to first of all, I'm going to thank everybody for coming, and thank you everyone for your input and for your patronage. And remember that at the end of the day, things move forward. I'm moving forward. We're moving forward. We're going to have fun, and we're going to continue to read and address and look into things that have been going on with this whole court case thing. And and we'll go from there. Yeah, mass. Oh, that makes sense now because I'll go mass. There's only one mass thing I know, and that was Massachusetts. I didn't know that Massachusetts was a corrupt. But then again, I mean, if you look at Florida, fucking hell, Massachusetts looks an angel compared to what's going on. But anyway, guys, I'd like to thank everybody for coming in. And before we go, we're going to do the one song for the ladies who like their loofahs. And so let's go.
Spawn trooper, he don't beat round the bush, man. He just say what he do and he mean what he say.
And also, people, I think you need to get up and to dance to this like we used to do in the 60s.
Laid back boots in a hillside breeze, sipping Dr. Pepper with his dragon at ease. Loofah, loofah, he like many gifts of the loofah. Loofah, loofah, leaves him hanging in his barracks like a banner. He scrubs truth into the skin of the land with a daffodil.
Yeah, thanks very much, Mr. Jen. I will pass all that info on. And again, same back to you. And thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it.
Mess with the Englishman. I mean
What?
the Irishman.
What? Dude.
Wait, the Scottish man.
What?
Oh shit, I mean the Welsh man.
Ah, there you go.
He'll give you a stare and a proverb too, then vanish on a mountain like the mist do. He don't need no war, no heavy command. Just a
You as well, Dave. You take care, buddy. And you be good.
Babylon stress tries to ruin his calm. He just hums and he scrubs like a loofah bomb. Loofah, loofah, he's the hillside soother. Trooper, trooper, the Celtic mover. He sings. Trooper got the grime of the world washed away. Bone trooper, he don't beat round, he just be round. Loofah man, loofah man, loofah man, cleaning the vibe of the whole damn line.
And there you go. There's the loofah song. Ha! Brilliant. Oh, that's brilliant. It's not every day you hear that, is it? Anyway, guys, as you know, I am now going to call it. Thank you very much for being here. And we are now going to call it a day. Enjoy, because you know that no matter what is done or what is said, you know, someone's going to play the victim and someone's going to play. Right? So you know it's going to come. But anyway, I'm done. I'm moving on again. So everybody, thank you very much for your patronage. Thank you very much for being here. And I appreciate you all. And much love. And I'll see you soon. Take care, everybody.
Spawn trooper riding in the night, heart of gold but ready to fight, standing tall doing what's right, shining truth like a firelight. Daddy's wisdom running deep taught me promises I gotta keep.
breaking chains, leaving pain behind, calling out the crooked kind. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawn trooper rides again. Ain't no fear when I'm around. Justice stands on solid ground. One last chance to make it right, or face the reckoning tonight. In the dark, where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell. Standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chances, they wear thin. Spawn trooper rides again. In the dark, where shadows creep, truth rings out, it cuts so deep. Ain't no price to make me sell. Standing strong, I know too well. Oh, the truth cuts through the lies. No more secrets in disguise. Second chance.